Alright, so those of you that know me know I like to think and talk. So this is what I'm going to be doing to you guys, just thinking about things and talking. And lately, the last thing I thought about was the multiverse and the multiverse concept. How there's multiple worlds just like our world, just slightly different. And I got to thinking about a story about it. So, if you bear with me, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, sort of, there's this door, and the door's in the middle of a field, and it connects to a room that has never been built. No one's ever put it together, no one's ever designed it. It's just this room that's connected to a door. Now, you wake up in this room, and the room is put together. It's got everything that a normal room would have: walls and a wood floor. No carpet at this time. It's just a room. And you wake up on the couch trying to figure out, how are you on this couch? The last thing you remember was coming to the door for the room yesterday. And when you came in, it was because you were offered $100,000 to stay in a room that is known to make people go a little bit crazy. Now, you know as well as I do that going crazy is for people that have a loose grip on reality anyway. So you agree to it. And you go to this room and you're given a bag. And the bag has supplies for you to survive 3 days in this room so you can get the $100,000. So you say yes. You grab your bag, you go inside, and in the room is a chair. And it's an old recliner, one window, and a small coffee table. So shut the door, and you go through the bag that you were given. In the bag are 3 MREs, the meals ready to eat for those of you that don't know it, and water, and a rope. So you sit down, and you are in a room that has no signal, no cell phones work, and apparently it's built before there was electricity, so there's no plugs. You remember coming into the room and sitting down on a recliner. It was one of those old lazy boys, kind of leather, pleathery, and sticky, because it's hot in here, extremely hot. And you try to open the window, but for some reason, when you go to open the window, it's boarded over. So you sit down in the chair and you go to sleep. And then today, you've woken up on a couch, a cloth couch. The chair's gone, and the table's gone. The bag is still there. The door is also gone. You're looking, and instead of a door, there's a window. As you look around, all the walls have windows. And you get up to look at the couch. It's old and dated, soft cloth type material, which is strange. You don't remember being woken or being drugged. You don't remember eating anything. You just wake up on a couch. So you decide to examine the room. You open the windows, and the window to your right, it's daytime. You're looking out on a field. The window to your left, still daytime, but there's snow on the ground. Now, you think that maybe this is some highly crazy special effects type room, so you start checking for seams. You start looking for where things could have been moved. People could take things out and put them in, and there's nothing. It's cold on this side of the room, but then when you go to the third window, it's warm and hot and sticky. As you stand at the window and turn, you see your chair, the same chair that you fell asleep in. So you go towards the chair, and as you're walking, it disappears. Walk back to the window, and you see the chair. You walk towards the chair, and it's gone. The couch is still there. So you go over to the couch. As you're looking, there's no coffee table, and your bag is in another corner. As you go for your bag, it becomes dark, very dark, pitch black. You fumble around, and you can feel the bag. You know where it is. When you reach inside, there's a glass, a solid tumbler, and a container of some liquid. You pull it out and get a good sniff, and it's tequila, which seems fitting in a situation like this. But no food, no MREs, just alcohol and a glass. You step back, and the day is here again. Your bag is sitting there unopened, and you're holding a glass and tequila. You sit down on the couch, and you pour yourself a drink of the only liquid that you have, and you take a sip. It burns as it goes down, but the burn helps you kind of focus and try to take stock of your situation. You're in a room that's all windows. When you walk to one side, you have an illusion of another room. When you walk to another, there's no light. And there's no explanation. But as you sit there listening, you hear footsteps. You hear somebody walk from left to right. You hear them rummaging through a bag. And then silence. You stand up to reach the last window. And as you reach for it, it's bitterly cold and slick. And your hand phases out of existence. You can still feel it, but you can't see it. And you can feel the cold in this area. And as you reach out, you touch something slick. It's a puddle in here. Feeling this tacky liquid. You pull your hand back, and it's covered in blood. So, here we are. Hand covered in blood. A couch. No chair. The rooms don't make sense. Bags don't make sense. You sit down on the couch. It's now a plastic couch. Pleather, maybe. Not comfortable. Sticky as you sit, but you remember sitting on a comfortable couch. But this couch is nothing like what you've been sitting on. And you're holding a glass, and the glass is filled with blood, and your hand's covered in blood. And you hear voices. One muffled voice, but it's familiar. It's like the voice from a relative that you haven't seen in a very long time, but you remember the way that they talk. And you try to go to that voice. You try to get closer. But as you get closer, it gets darker and darker and darker. And when you step through the veil, there's only candlelights. There's candlelights on a table in the center of the room. And this room is earthen. Kind of like mud packed and baked into a hard clay. And again, there are 3 windows, each looking at a different scene. But this time behind you there is a door. And the door is open. And in the shadow, you can see the outline of a person. Medium build. They look at you. And they're holding the rope that was in your bag. And you feel dizzy. Like that tequila wasn't just tequila. And you wake up again. Tied up on a chair. And you're looking at many someones all standing around you. They're wearing a mask. The mask is a pig. And then when they slowly remove the mask, you see yourself over and over and over again. And one of them says self-sacrifice requires sacrifice. And then they kill you. So that's my first story. Hope you like it. I'll talk to you later.